So there I was, and I looked up and saw the sign. Happiness is a choice, it said. I was like, whoa, that's profound. Happiness is a choice. And then my second thought was, wait a minute. If it's so easy to choose happiness, why are so many people miserable? Why are people in marriages they don't want to be in? Why are people in relationships that are taking their best selves away from them? Or why are people at jobs where they just don't want to get them to go to work every day? It's not easy. So why and how do I make this choice was my question. If you're wondering the same thing and you're wondering how you can be happy, then continue listening to me, please. My name is Ingrid Felton. And today I want to talk about happiness from the perspective of choice, emotion, and a state of being. Happiness is all three of those things, but the bottom line is true happiness, because that's what you came for. So let me give it to you right here. True happiness is peace. True happiness is waking up and not having to frown, not having to dread going into work, not having to worry about whether your wife is the person you want to be with, or not having to worry about whether you don't know what you're going to do today. When you face today, it's going to be like, a feeling of trepidation. You have peace. True happiness is peace. If you don't have peace, please continue watching. Because I know people tend to go through the videos and they skip to the parts they want. But the whole is just as good as the bits and pieces. I promise you. So happiness is an emotion. I propose that most people in this world think about happiness as an emotion from an emotional perspective. Think about this. How many of you believe that the stories you see on television or the love stories that somebody else portrays is really how it is all the time? Remember, movies are only about an hour long, or if they create series, it's all not based on truth, and the truth is limited to what they want to project to you. How many of you believe that relationships, that there are people out there who are truly happy all the time? Of course they are. I'm not saying they're not. There are people who have found peace within themselves. There are people who are at peace with their situation or their circumstances, and that translates into happiness. But for most of us, we are like happiness junkies. We want to be happy all the time. And if we're not happy, we're miserable. We're like, what the fudge? Why can't we be happy? Why is this person over here always smiling? And the truth is that person might be smiling, but they're not happy, but they're playing the role and trying to pretend that they're on their way to happiness. So it throws us off our horse and we can get back up. Happiness is peace. So how do we accomplish happiness? How do we get from the place where we're not at peace to the place where we can be at peace? 2 words, acceptance and action. Happiness and choice. If you choose to be happy, you have to do something to get to the happiness. The choice involves action. It's an action word. You just have to do something. Most people want to be happy, but they're afraid to do something about that happiness that they yearn for, that happiness that they dream of. Are you lying down next to somebody at night and daydreaming or having nightmares? Well, you shouldn't be, because you need to put that into motion. You need to think about what would it truly take? What action would it take to bring you the happiness and the peace of mind that you need? Without action, you cannot be happy. Happiness as a state of being requires you to live in a state where you can accept the circumstances and situations around you. And most people are unable to accept turmoil or chaos or see the value of that turmoil or chaos. Instead, what we do, instead of choosing to accept it and move away from it, we move towards it. We choose to embrace the turmoil and the chaos and say we're unhappy, instead of pulling away from it and saying, I choose to be happy. I choose to be at peace. I don't want any of this anymore. Let me out of here, please. Get out of there. You don't need to stay and be unhappy. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your current relationship or situation just because I'm telling you to be happy. What I'm saying to you is, Perform the action that is necessary that will bring you happiness, regardless of what that action is, as long as you will find peace. You can find peace with someone else. You can find peace with a situation or circumstance. That's acceptance. But the true happiness I'm talking about is not making any apologies for the peace that you want to hold on to. You've arrived there. You realize that happiness is waking up every morning and practicing gratitude. You realize that happiness doesn't mean you're afraid of what the day is going to bring. Happiness means that you expect the day to bring you surprises. There are no surprises unless you're truly surprised, right? But you have this peace in you that realizes that regardless of what surprises life brings, regardless of what circumstances and situations come your way today, that you have determined within your soul, within your spirit, that you'll be happy and you'll be at peace because you've been here before. You've done this before. You just happen to be stuck right now where you are. So to get unstuck and become happy, you have to make a choice. You have to choose to get up and perform the action that will move you towards the happiness that you see. Many people look for happiness in other people, in other things, in circumstances, in situations, and they're always in search of happiness, the pursuit of happiness. So many books have been written about it, so many people have spoken about it, but what is real happiness? Can someone truly make you happy? How many laughs or jokes do you think this person can provide for you ongoing? Why would you marry somebody just because they make you laugh? Yeah, they make you laugh now, but what happens when they make you cry? That's a different story. Nobody can bring you happiness but you. It's an individual choice. That's the problem with the ad I saw. Happiness is a choice. It wasn't talking about everything else that was in my life or other people's life. It was talking about an individualistic choice. It's a choice that you have to make. It's not a choice that somebody else can make for you. You have to determine that you are at peace with the decision you're about to make. You're at peace with a decision that will bring you peace. That's what happiness is. And I truly believe that if you made that decision and that choice, and you step out knowing that you have determined in your spirit and commit to that value, commit to the value of finding peace within and peace without, you'll be okay. You're not always going to be at peace without, and you're not always going to be at peace within. But if you understand and accept these things and not let them be a surprise, I guarantee you, you'll be on your way to finding true happiness. Happiness that can last. Not the temporal happiness like that based on emotion, but the state of being that most Buddhists, most monks, other people that have practiced the art of finding happiness within have found. It is a dedication to yourself. It is a commitment. It is a process. And it is something that is very much achievable. So let's find happiness today. My name is Ingrid Felton. Thank you for visiting the website as always. If you like the video, please like below and please subscribe. Your subscriptions are valuable in keeping me going, and I love to hear from you. Please comment and I will always respond. And if you want to find out more about me and more about what I do, please visit my website, thejourneyoftruth.com.